Let's move on to the Derek Jeter matter. And this, Fester, thank you, by the way, for going to work on this.
Yes. Worked very hard on all of this, and I'm glad to see the fruit of my labors on display here on the program.
No, listen, you got the job done.
Yeah.
I told you earlier this week, I said, get Casey Ellison on the phone. And Casey Ellison is the head of Ellison Construction. They've done a lot of big projects. Did they do like Sparkman Wharf?
Sparkman Wharf, the Buccaneers indoor training facility.
That's on MLK, right?
Yeah, well, the Bucs practice.
Yeah, the Bucs facility, which is a huge indoor training facility. His construction company built it. The reason why I wanted to get this local Tampa Bay builder who's done a lot of great stuff, the reason why I wanted to get this Casey Ellison on is because of this very interesting item that a friend of mine who happens to live on Bahama Circle, that's where the Jeter house is. Derek Jeter built, the house that Jeter built, 20-something thousand square feet. And then the story, progressed over the years that Jeter moved out and then he leased the house to Tom Brady when Tom Brady was playing for the Bucs, and when he was still together with Giselle, Tom Brady and Giselle lived in this house on Davis Islands. And then we heard that Jeter had sold the house for over $20 million. And then the story comes out that the home is going to be demolished, that the new owner is going to knock the place down and build something new. And, we had the breaking news. We were the first to report several of those items here on the MJ Morning Show. But what caught my attention was this whole profile piece on this builder, on Casey Ellison. And this is in the latest edition of Tampa Bay Magazine. But what caught our attention was this. And my friend who lives right down the street from the Jeter house, my friend sends me a screenshot of the article circled, and he's like, what the hell? In the article, it talks about how cabinets, furniture, lighting, plumbing fixtures, and other items will be sold to generate funds for Habitat for Humanity.
Very, very honorable. That's great. I'm very
Fantastic.
Happy to hear, very happy to hear that.
Lastly, the home will serve a unique purpose as a training ground for FBI hostage simulations and exercises. What? That was the reaction. Wait a minute. FBI training for hostage simulations in the Jeter house on Davis Islands. So that was mentioned. It was kind of like just a little tack on in the last paragraph of the article in Tampa Bay Magazine. I'm like, what? What's this all about? So I said, Fester, get this Casey Ellison on the phone. I want to talk to him. I want to find out more about this. So, Fester, you sent me. I have his cell number right here, right?
Yes.
So I'm dialing. I'm going to call him live right now, right?
Yeah, yes.
Right,
he's expecting a call.
All right, so apparently Casey Ellison heard that we were talking about him on Monday and Tuesday, and he apparently had his phone blow up, that all kinds of people that know him said, hey, MJ from the MJ Morning Show is trying to get a hold of you. So
he knew.
Yeah.
He knew. I reached out to him. He had somebody reach out to me, and we worked it all out.
All right, so we're calling up Casey Ellison right now, esteemed, well-known builder, big construction firm in the Tampa Bay area, and he's waiting for our call live.
Good morning.
Good morning, Casey Ellison.
How's it going?
Casey, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing extremely well, thank you. So I'm just going to cut to the chase. We are so intrigued by this story. First of all, what are we missing? So Ellison Construction, you did Sparkman Wharf, you built
Buccaneers facility,
the Bucs training facility. What other well-known Tampa Bay landmarks did you guys build?
We did the Stovall House here locally.
Oh, yeah,
nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not a member there, but some friends of ours are, and they invited me to the Stovall House with Michelle about 6 months ago, and that's a nice place.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate to a lot of great places. We did Hotel Haya in Ybor City.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I was there as well because Michelle, as a former Hillsborough County state attorney, assistant state attorney, there was an event for like a reunion for all, old state attorney's office employees. And we were there, I don't know, last spring. So you guys have done some amazing things. And Casey, you guys are going to be doing the new project on Bahama Circle. It's the house that Jeter built. Now, is that house going to be totally leveled? Is it going to be totally torn down? You can start all over again?
Yes, we are going to demolish the house as a whole.
All right. So what caught our attention, Casey, was the nice profile piece, and I thought they did a very nice job in Tampa Bay Magazine. What caught our attention, and a friend of mine who lives right on the street, virtually almost right across the street, a good friend of Michelle and mine, he sends me the excerpt from the article on Sunday, and it's like, what? Because the line in the article is, lastly, the home will serve a unique purpose as a training ground for FBI hostage simulations and exercises. And it was just left there. There was no further explanation. So inquiring minds want to know, Casey, you're going to demolish the house, build a new project for a client who bought the Jeter property. Can you give us more insight on the home being used for FBI hostage simulations and exercises?
So we're going to make the home available to local law enforcement agencies, which could include the FBI or not, and that they're going to use it to run various training exercises for a period of time before we demolish the home.
What is the time frame on that? When do you think that window of opportunity for the FBI or other law enforcement agencies to use the house, to clear the house or set up simulations to have officers or agents, do training? When is the window for that to be made available?
So we will make it available once we work through the permitting process and get everything through with the city of Tampa. So we're really hopefully sometime before or around summer this year.
Gotcha. And when is the house scheduled to be demolished? Is it the same basic time frame? Sometime?
Same basic time frame, yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take to knock the whole place down and have a clear lot? Is that like a 2-3 day project to totally knock it down?
No, it'll take us 60 to 90 days.
Whoa.
We're also going to tear it down in a way that we create riprap with the structure itself, so that it's not just a tear down, so that we can use the riprap for coastal restoration efforts around Tampa Bay.
Yeah, almost everything in the house is being recycled for another purpose.
Now, I would like to offer up Fester as a hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Casey, listen, if the FBI wants to run a scenario with, a very large hostage, I am down. I'm here for the party, man. That's awesome. I'd love to be a hostage in an FBI simulation.
Yeah, well, listen, I've got an affection for the FBI.
Absolutely.
I'm a 2007 graduate of the FBI Academy locally. Casey, did you ever do the FBI Academy?
I have not done it. I want to do it, but I have not done it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you can get an invite, but, every year the FBI locally and as well as field offices around the country, they offer, I think it's like up to 18 or 20 individuals, they offer them a spot in that year's FBI Citizens Academy. And it was like an 8 or 9 week operation. You went once a week, and it culminated with a trip up to FBI headquarters in D.C., as well as the next day at the FBI Quantico facilities. I thought it was fantastic. To this day, it's very memorable for me. So, listen, maybe Fester and I both offer ourselves up. If the FBI does use it, as a graduate of the Citizens FBI Academy, I'll offer myself. MJ and Fester will play hostages. So if you want to run that by the FBI folks, Casey, we're happy to donate our time.
Well, we'll run it by local law enforcement. I will tell you, Fester, that we are going to have you will have the ability to purchase items from the home through Habitat for Humanity. So you could, for instance, buy the shower head from the shower that Giselle showered in.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. When is that going to be made available? So Casey, at this point, Or, hey, listen, I don't know if you know this, Casey, but Roxanne Wilder on our show, Roxanne and Doug are very good friends with the Jeters because Doug, Roxanne's husband, grew up with Jeter in Kalamazoo. So Roxanne and Doug, they stayed in that house. They were at that house dozens of times. Oh, what about the toilet that Derek and Tom Brady used?
The throne of greatness.
You know what? The pool. Yeah. I told you the pool story, right?
No, what's the pool story?
My daughter pooped in the pool one time.
Your daughter pooped in Jeter's pool? Yeah.
And then we told her when she was little, and she was like, then she was really proud because that's when Tom owned the house. So she was laughing because she'd see Tom Brady on TV.
No, Tom never owned the house.
Not owned the house.
He just leased
Tom was
the home.
living at the house. Yeah. And she'd see Tom on TV and say that she pooped in his pool.
Well, there you go. Hey, now, is the house still intact? So are all the doors, the molding, the fixtures, is everything still intact right now?
Everything is still intact right now.
So Casey, how can I get a hold of the master bedroom toilet?
Yeah, that's all we want.
Yeah,
okay, that's weird.
I want the toilet that Derek Jeter and Tom Brady used. How do I get my hands on that?
Sounds like a great question for Habitat once we let them in there.
All right, I'm calling them next.
But we got to mark the toilet. We got to know that was like the.
Yeah.
So
you could get Tom Brady's sink where he did all of his skincare every day. I mean, that's a big deal.
Oh yeah, this is man. Can you imagine if we actually get the toilet that Jeter and Tom Brady used? We could like put it on a flatbed and like drive it around town. The toilet of champions.
Yes. I mean, between how many rings does Jeter have, right? He has like 5 rings, 4 rings. I don't know, a lot. Yeah, Brady with his 7 rings?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Casey, I love it. Hey, thank you, Casey, for coming on, and thanks for the clarification. But, I think it's great. And seriously, Fester and I will volunteer as hostages if the FBI will have us. We'll aid in the simulation.
Yeah. If there's any way you can help with that, we'd be grateful.
We will let them. We will let the law enforcement agencies know.
All right. Plus, I think I might have a liaison since I'm an alumni.
Sounds like you're well connected over there.
Yeah.
Doesn't he sound well connected?
I know a bunch of agents and retired agents, but I don't know the special agent in charge right now. But maybe I should reach out and volunteer Fester in my services. Hey, Casey, and somebody when Fester was setting this up, Fester. Speaking to your representative when Fester was setting this up, and thanks for doing this, Casey, the rep said that you made a mention that you might have met me like 8 years ago or something. Do you remember where that might have been?
We were building a home in your neighborhood, and I think you knew the owner at the time, and so I met you in the street out front.
Oh, then you definitely. Yeah, MJ bothers everybody when he goes on his neighborhood walks. He is just the pest of the community. He can't let anything go. So if you were out there, he bugged you. Yes.
So Casey, you know my house, right?
I do.
Gotcha. All right, Casey, I'll be in touch. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate you coming on.
Have a great one.
You too. Yeah. So they do some really nice work. I mean, look at the projects they've done. They've done some very serious projects.
Dude, I'm looking for some new baseboards. Maybe I could call Casey to put them in, huh?
All right. So I'm gonna call Casey and see if we can get like a contact with Habitat for Humanity. I'm not kidding around. I want the Tom Brady, Derek Jeter toilet.
And this can turn into a big fundraiser for Habitat for Humanity by us helping to raise funds in another way.
We can absolutely extend this to a nice charitable fundraiser as well. Listen, I'm getting ready to buy, or I was, our home is 18 years old now, and the growy faucet in our kitchen sink is starting to have some issues. So I was getting ready to say, hey, Michelle, let's find a new faucet. Maybe we could find one of the fixtures out of the Jeter house to put in our kitchen.
Gently used.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, these are nice materials.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
No, I mean, it's like hotel quality. It's grand.
Okay, well, hold on a minute.
Hold on.
It's crazy stuff.
Hotel quality.
Well,
hotel quality is not always that great.
Well, I'm thinking like Four Seasons
billionaire
hotel quality. Yeah,
even Four Seasons. Trust me, there's better materials in the Jeter house than even a Four Seasons hotel.
Nothing is builder's grade from floor and decor.
It's grand like a hotel.
Anyway, Yeah, so Fester, our next step is to get a hold of Habitat. We got to have the master bed. I would imagine that the master bedroom had his and hers water closets. Is that correct? Roxanne, you were in the house a million times. So did like Jeter have his own water closet and then his wife had a separate water closet, right? There were two toilets probably?
Every room for anything you need to do.
All right, so we got to get our hands on the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
The Jeter Tom toilet, the Jeter Brady toilet,
dude.
Oh man,
that's a marketing gem right there.